49. The End. I admired my new library badge as I sat on the first bus home that afternoon with my sister Alexis. The bus let us off at the bottom of our street, and Alexis pirouetted for home. I stood and stared again at my yellow house. I still liked the idea of running away from the mixed-up files style, but only for the adventure. I wasn't so reluctant to go home anymore. My house was still chaos central, no doubt about that. It was me who was different. I wasn't going to take things lying down anymore. If something bothered me, I was going to say something about it. "Come on, Amy Ann," Alexis called, and I hurried to catch up. Flotsam and Jetsam greeted us at the door, jumping all over us and almost knocking me down. They scrambled away just as quickly, chasing Angelina as she galloped by into the living room. No one was in the kitchen, but I could hear Dad singing his favorite opera song somewhere down the hall. "Amy Ann, are you and Alexis home?" my mom called. That surprised me. Mom wasn't usually home this early. "Yeah," I called back. "Come and help us," Mom said. "We're in the guest bedroom." Great. If they were in the guest bedroom, that probably meant they were cleaning it for somebody to stay in it, and they wanted me to help. Sure enough, when I got there, I found Dad pulling boxes out of the closet and Mom taking stuff off of her desk. "Why don't Angelina and Alexis have to help?" I wanted to ask. So I did. "Because this isn't going to be their room," Mom said. "It's going to be yours." I was stunned. My bedroom? As in, all mine and nobody else's? Dad lifted a dumbbell. "Your mom and I realized we had a workout room nobody ever worked out in. And a home office I never do office work in," Mom said. "And if your grandmother and grandfather come and visit, we can put them in our room and we can sleep on the pull-out couch in the living room. It's high time you and Alexis had your own rooms. And maybe now you won't feel like you have to stay late in the library after school just to avoid coming home," Dad said. I blushed. "I'm sorry," I told them again. Mom hugged me. "It's all right, sweetheart. It's not a big house, I know, and it can feel overwhelming sometimes." A lot of times, I thought. And I said so. Mom laughed. "A lot of times. But now you'll have your very own fortress of solitude. Here, I've already cleared off a bookcase for you. You can use one shelf for the books you own, and another for the books you check out from the library." I ran to get my stack of books from my room, my old room, and put them on the shelf one by one. I was going to have to start alphabetizing them by author. Maybe even separate them out by subject. But for now, I just stuffed them onto the bookshelf, my very own bookshelf. I filled the shelf beneath the books I owned with the 6 books I'd brought home that day from the library. "You checked all of these out today?" Dad asked. He picked up The Hunger Games and flipped through it. "Whoa," he said. "This seems pretty violent." He closed it and read the back cover. "It says here the main character is 16. "It was in the elementary school library," I told him. "Yes, but Shelbourne Elementary goes up to 6th grade. He said, "I think maybe I don't want you reading this one just yet." I gawked at my dad. You're banning that book? But we just got the school board to stop banning books." "No," Dad said. "You got the school board to stop banning everybody from reading books. As I seem to recall, we're still your parents and can tell you what you can and can't do." But Rebecca's parents let her read it," I said. "Rebecca's parents can let her do whatever they want," Dad said. "How did that cute little girl on the TV put it, hon?" he asked my mom. "Nobody has the right to tell you what books you can and can't read, except your parents," Mom said, quoting what I'd said on TV back to me. There wasn't much I could say to that. I was the one who'd said it, and I had to admit, this was exactly what I had fought for. Dad kissed me on the top of my head and put The Hunger Games on top of the bookshelf. Just wait a couple of years. You'll like it better then anyway. I nodded. I wasn't happy about it, but I respected their decision. Every now and then you had to break the rules to do the right thing, but a lot of times following the rules was the right thing. That made me think of something, and I smiled. Mrs. Spencer had banned my favorite book because she thought it would encourage kids to lie, steal, and be disrespectful to adults. And I had done all of those things, but it wasn't any book that made me do all that. It was banning a book that made me lie, steal, and be disrespectful to adults. I thought that was pretty funny, and thought about saying so to my parents. So I did. Author's note: every book banned by the school board in this novel is the title of a book that has been challenged or banned in an American library at least once in the last 30 years.